Okay.
The suburb of West Dubrinja looks deserted, but from vantage points in burned-out buildings, Serb soldiers survey the landscape. Muslim fighters are in similar positions just one street away, and the Muslims control some of the hills that overlook this area. Their mortar bombs have done much of the damage. A UN transport plane leaving for fresh supplies shows how vulnerable the airport is from these positions. Technically, both sides are observing the ceasefire, but the snipers aren't. It means a tense standoff for the troops scattered throughout the maze of streets. 3 months ago, these men were civilians. Now they're members of the Serbian army of Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Ovdje je rođen moj djed. Ovdje je rođen moj otac. Ovdje sam rođen ja. Ovdje će živjeti moja djeca. A tu sam od prvog ispaljenog metka, branimo svoje domove, branimo svoje familije i ne dozvoljavamo nikom da nam ovdje naturi svoju nekakvu prvu islamsku državu u Europi.
Dražan Bozic is an internationally known artist and graphic designer. His house and his studio is on the front line of the fighting. Earlier this year, he was preparing for an exhibition of his work, which was to visit Austria, Italy and Switzerland. He's bitter about the war and says he believes that Muslims are working towards the destruction of art. He's determined that his home shall remain in Serbian territory.
Mi smo samo za mir i hoćemo mir i hoćemo da živimo normalno kao što smo uvijek živjeli, da se vratimo svojim poslovima, svojim profesijama, ja da slikam, on da bude elektroinženjer, ovaj da bude student. Ovaj rat koji nije trebao, a drugi su ga nametnuli nama.
Soldiers in this platoon range from lawyers to farmers. Those that don't originally come from Dubrinja say they're fighting to protect this area to prevent further Muslim incursions into Serb parts of the city. From the rooftops you can see half a mile across Sarajevo to another Serb stronghold in East Dubrinja, but it would take a 4-hour detour to get there. In between is the Muslim-controlled sector. The Serbian platoon in East Dubrinja is equally wary of Muslim fighters and snipers. And the local church is far too exposed to attract worshippers anymore. Delivering food to the front line is also a hazardous undertaking. It's brought in from Serbian villages to the south and then distributed among the troops. Only this time, the sniper was waiting. The victim was a member of the platoon, taking lunch across to his comrade. His body was taken off to his home in a village a mile away, to his wife and his 2 children. His commander has been in charge of patrolling the area since the fighting started in June.
Nemam gdje na drugu stranu da idem i hoću da branim svoj narod. Stanovao sam prije u jednom naselju koje je bilo i muslimansko, i srpsko, i hrvatsko. Budući da su mi obili stan 3 puta, maltretirali me i mene i ženu, koja je poslije nakon toga morala preko Umprofora da izađe jer je bila zatečena tu. Kasnije sam vidio da nemam povratka više u taj svoj dom. Ostaćemo dok Dobrinju ne oslobodimo i nek povežemo srpske teritorije. Dok god to ne završimo, nećemo ići ovdje.
The Serbian troops operate in a desolate landscape of smashed shops and burned-out buildings. Often the streets are too dangerous, so they've created passageways through the buildings. They remain on guard for attacks which could come at any moment. By contrast, Serbian forces in the hills above the city are far more secure. Many here are also local people committed to defending Serbian interests.
Borim se od prvog dana, sam već 4 mjeseca, a prije ovog rata radio sam kao konobar i jedno vrijeme sam radio kao nastavnik likovnog vaspitanja, jer to mi je struka. Pa borim se za svoju kuću, za svoju familiju i za ono malo dijete što imam od 5 mjeseci.
The Serb fighters provide only one part of the picture, but their strategic positions and determination bodes ill for a quick settlement or for easy access for UN-backed forces.